said 1, 2, 3, 4, who that at the front door? Oh shit, it's my friends, whoa. If I make a move, then it's gotta be beneficial.
Okay, hi, welcome to this channel. My name is Aaliyah and this video is going to be another what's on my iPhone 14 Pro Max. I upgraded from a iPhone 11 that was white and only 64 gigabytes. I had that since like grade 10 up until last year. So I ended up pre-ordering the iPhone 14 Pro Max in September of 2022 last year, but I didn't end up receiving it until January of 2023 this year because of like all the production issues. So yeah, I'm really excited to be making another what's on my iPhone. I ordered this case directly from Casetify. I was really nervous about it since their products are fairly expensive and I've never really tried anything from them before, but after watching a lot of reviews on YouTube, I feel like they are good quality. They will protect your phone and are kind of worth it if you're okay with spending money at that price point for an iPhone case. I love this case. I'm not disappointed at all. I feel like it held up really well. I have dropped my phone outside on pavement. I have slammed my phone in between my car door trying to close it, and the only thing that I can show a close-up if you want, is like a small dent right here, and that was from dropping it outside on pavement. And I have the tiniest crack on my home screen from when I slammed my phone in between my car door because I was trying to close my car door and I didn't know my phone was lying there. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely a really good quality case. My lock screen is from Pinterest. I didn't take this picture. I will try to link the exact picture of this in the description box if I can find it. But all I did was change the font to one that I liked, and I changed the color so that it would match the picture. And I have two widgets. One of them is from an app called Mantra for daily affirmations, and the other one is just the calendar app. I like to have my lock screen and home screens match in some kind of way. So this is my home screen. This background is of the same mirror that my case is. It's called an Ultra Fragola mirror. They're really pretty. I really want one in my house one day. You can also order this case without the reflective mirror background, but I just thought like it's literally a mirror. I purposely leave my first page blank so that I can see whatever my home screen is. This is the second page. I feel like it's the most aesthetically pleasing page on my phone. I used an app called Color Widgets to put this giant widget here. So I took this picture. I can link it, or I can put it in my Pinterest account if you are interested in it, but it's just a picture I took when I was in my mom's car. So yeah, that's the first widget, big widget at the top. The second one is a widget from Pinterest. It updates hourly, just cute little affirmations that I like looking at. And then to the right, I have like my favorite apps slash like my content creating or content related apps. I feel like everyone knows what YouTube Studio is. Yeah, so I have YouTube and YouTube Studio. I have Pinterest, which is literally one of my favorite apps. I feel like this is the only social media app that I use like regularly. So yeah, and then in my first folder, it's called Content, but I put it in this really pretty font using an app. Really nice for customizing your home screen, but it's also really convenient for bios and captions. Just have Notion. Right now I just use Notion to try and organize my content ideas and just stay on top of everything. I'm not as consistent with Notion as I would like to be. I have voice memos, which is actually really convenient for voiceovers because the iPhone microphones are really clear and sound really like high quality. I have CapCut, which I used a couple times for TikTok, but I don't use it. And I also have TikTok. I'm trying to be consistent with TikTok, but I'm not as consistent as I would like to be. I I only upload like when I feel like it, like when something really speaks to me, or if I do something really cool that like is memorable to me, then I'll make a TikTok about it. Like this TikTok was when I went to my first masterclass in Toronto, and it was a really cool experience. So yeah. And then I have the camera app. I have so many things that I could say about the camera app, so let's just get started. For this part, you have to go to your settings. So the first thing is like the obvious thing. I feel like everyone knows this now, but it's to make sure you're recording in 4K at 60 frames per second. So clear, like so clear. But the only thing with this is that it takes up a lot of storage. If you scroll down, you'll see something called grid. I toggled that on so that you can see, like, you see those lines? It's really nice for like making sure you're centered, and I also just like how it looks. I feel like it's cool. Preserve settings. I toggled most of these on. I toggled on camera mode at the top so that if my phone accidentally closes, I don't have to go back into the last setting that I was using. So if I was recording a video, it'll still be in video. It'll be saved even if your phone turns off, falls asleep, or if the app closes, whatever. Everything will be preserved so you don't have to waste time readjusting everything. And I also turned on exposure adjustment. I love this. So that will turn on in the top left. You'll see like your exposure. If you click that symbol, it'll toggle this dial at the very bottom. It makes adjusting your exposure really easy and clear, so you don't have to use this dial thing, because that's really like weird. It's also really nice because your content will be consistent. You won't have like a really bright clip and then a really dark clip. That's everything that I did that I really feel like helped boost my quality of content. This has basically been the page that has been consistent with my iPhones, like all my iPhones. All I do is color coordinate my apps. This first widget at the top is from the Mantra app I mentioned earlier for daily affirmation. I have the calendar app, reminders, and notes. And the widget under that has the music app, the score app, and the weather app. So in the first folder, it's the black and white apps. So I have Sephora, which I love Sephora. I work at Sephora, if you didn't know. I was a Rouge member before I started working at Sephora, so it really, like, I've just always loved Sephora. I have Compass, Measure, Wallet, which I'm not going to open, but I actually use Wallet a lot. I know it's like a really controversial thing. Some people are saying like to never put your cards in Apple Wallet because you'll get robbed, but I've just always used Apple Wallet. Then I have Clock, which just has the most random alarms. Like I have an alarm for 2:18 p.m. Confusing. I have the Translate app, Magnifier, Uber, which I don't really use, but I guess it's just there for emergencies. There's an app called Presto, which is how you load your bus pass. Fitness app, Apple Watch app, Goat. I have Focus Live, which I talked about in my previous What's on My iPhones. Focus Live is so that you can film a video with your background blurred out. I have Zara, which I love, VA app, and this app is to control the lamp that I have in my room. The gray folder, I have calculator, settings, contacts, Apple Maps. I cannot use Google Maps. I have Visco, which I don't use anymore, and I have this app, which I mentioned in my previous videos as well. It is a background removing app, so if you have any pictures that you want to convert into PNG, it's also really convenient for your thumbnails. I have reminders, which I don't use. A timetable I used to use when I was in like high school. It was just so you can organize your classes for each day. I have photos. You can also like lift the subject of an image and convert it into PNG that way using Apple Photos. But I noticed that it slightly downgrades the quality. Like the quality slightly isn't as bright and clear as when I just use a background removing app. It might not be that way for you, but I just noticed that for my pictures. I have Google Photos. I have Calendar. I have Gmail. Clue. Color widgets is what I used to put that widget on my home screen that I showed you earlier. It's really convenient. You could put your own photos, or you could choose from the many aesthetically pleasing widgets that they offer for free in the app. I use color widgets on my iPad as well, and it works really well. I have a What's on My iPad up on my channel right now. I have H&M, which is good if you're an H&M member. You can collect points. Google Honk Mobile is to pay for parking, even though I've never paid for parking. This is the Fonts app I was telling you about. You can download this onto your keyboard and you'll have access to fonts. And then I have Facetune. I use the free version. I like using it to just tweak small little things. In the next folder, I just have Transit, which is really nice if you take public transportation. I have Transit, Google Maps, WhatsApp, Duolingo, TD Canada, Starbucks. I always forget to scan for my points. Next, I have Find My iPhone, TD My Spend, Food Basics, and HelloFresh. Don't know why I have those. I have Netflix, even though I don't use Netflix anymore because I downloaded Disney Plus. I have Apple Music. That's an app that I use to check my schedule at my old job. I have Apple News. Fonto is another app recommendation. You can use this to make thumbnails if you want. You can use this to add text into your videos. It's really good. You have access to so many different fonts. I have this gratitude app, which is just supposed to be like a daily affirmation thing, help you like schedule your day, but I've never used it since I downloaded it, so I can't really speak too much about it. I have Canada Post to keep track of packages. That app, Structured, is supposed to be like an aesthetically pleasing schedule calendar thing, but I don't use it. This is another background eraser app. I find that this app works better than the first one, but they're both free and they both work well. I have this Foreo app. I don't even have a Foreo device, but I have the app. In the next folder, I have Tips, Notes, UPS, Mantra, which is the app that I use to add widgets to my home screen, and for daily affirmations, it says, I love myself, I respect myself, I am proud of who I am worthy of love, I am worthy of success, I deserve to be happy. In the next folder, I have Messenger, which you need to get direct messages from Facebook because the group chat for my old job was on Facebook. You don't have to follow me on Instagram. I don't even use Instagram, but this is my Instagram. Aaliyah Sarah, it's the same on all my platforms. I have Safari. Okay, something really cool that I just realized about Safari is that you can make, like, you can choose your background. I just put this really pretty picture of like a matcha latte, and I just didn't know you could do that until recently. Like, you can literally make, like, put a picture. I have the Score, which is really nice. I only really use it for like when the NBA is going on, but the season is over. I have Shazam, which is for if there's a song playing and you don't know what it is, you can use Shazam. I have Facebook, which I don't use anymore. Files, App Store, Weather, Twitter, which I don't use, Dayforce, which I use now, it's just for work. Amazon Prime. Bark is an app that is supposed to organize all your email accounts and condense it so that it's just more organized. You can get your more important emails right away from all your accounts. I have PayPal. Subway Surfers is the only game I have on my phone. It's the only game I play. I have the Steps app so that I could get like the widget on my Apple Watch. I have Canva, which I love. There was one time where I had to go to work and I didn't have time to finish my thumbnail and upload my video, and on my break at work I was able to finish my thumbnail and upload my video through YouTube Studio. So it's really convenient having like a big phone with a lot of storage that I can just have everything ready and like work from my phone when I desperately need to. I have Zoom, Google Docs, and Disney Plus, which I love, and I have Outlook and Bell. So that is everything that I have on my iPhone 14 Pro Max. If you have any questions, you can let me know, but thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next videos.